I am going to be cooking Jeremy's breakfast. Just warming up these pans. Lulu has just had her breakfast. It's 9:30. Now I've probably been up probably half an hour cleaning up in Jeremy's room. Cleaning up after Jeremy's elderly cats. Well, there's Kitten. We call Kitten Kitten, but Kitten is 8 years old. Kitten doesn't live in Jeremy's room. They don't all like each other because the other three are all related except Kitten's not. And Lulu is 9 years old. She'll be 10 in September. And when she'll be 10, this one here will be 9. A little bit after that. Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to put some oil in there. Now I've got various things going on here because I've been using these extra large eggs, but then these eggs are smaller. And I cook eggs every day for Jeremy, and often I have eggs as well, and my grandson Cody does. I think these are this must be the new pack I bought yesterday. Yeah, these eggs aren't very big. But 11th of May, 25th of May, there's only a few in here, maybe about 3. Now there should be some bacon open, I think. This must be it. So, yeah, I always have to have bacon because it's something Jeremy eats all the time. There's a couple of big pieces in there. Now I think he's been up all night. I don't think he's been to bed. Yeah, I need to put some more oil in. Oops. Lulu, the lounge room isn't getting opened. Lulu, it's not getting opened. I often don't open the lounge room in the morning. Now me and Kitten, you just got fed. Kitten likes to nibble, lick the gravy out, and then leave the rest. Don't you, Kitten? Oh, I should get one of those things on the back of my phone with a little stand, but I don't have one. That seems alright. I think it's moving. Oh. Put some more oil in there. That one's warmed up. Yeah, both warmed up. So this one, you don't have to have it very high. Probably don't need too much in there. So I haven't even had a cup of tea. No getting up and relaxing, having a cup of tea for me. I mean, we get up till late Sunday. Oh, actually, it's not. Yeah, it is late because I normally feed them about 8:30. But me and Lulu were in the lounge room for about 1. So these are quite big pieces of this bacon here. Quite big. These eggs are quite small, so I'll give him 2 of them eggs. this one takes a bit longer to heat up. I've got it up higher. I normally have a plate down here. I normally have some of them. Now Jeremy likes his yolk broken like that, and so does Cody. I don't, and I like my yolk runny, they don't. And I'm not allowed to make one giant egg, according to Jeremy. Yeah, sometimes if they're big eggs, the yolk runs into it, the white runs into each other. Jeremy won't eat toast either. Well, he won't eat granny bread, which is what I've got, but yeah, he used to eat things like that when he was younger. Cody does, he eats toast, and he loves granny bread. So this will go into recycling. We have to recycle a lot because we don't get a very big garbage bin, and we also only get our bins emptied fortnightly. Okay, now I need a spatula. Found one. So that'll get put in the recycling. I think it's this one I did first, isn't it? Now we are in autumn, which I must admit is rather lovely. Yeah, I've decided to overwrite my daughter's death But why did she have to want to die in autumn? And I can remember when she died, when they came around and told me she died. It was a lovely day, and I'd been shopping that day at Noarlunga. I'd been shopping at Noarlunga, and the police had been trying to contact me. And then when I got home, I'd gone out in the afternoon. I'd fed these boys lunch, and I went to Noarlunga, which is quite often what I'd do. And then I'd come back for tea time. So I came back to cook, for tea time, and my grandson says that the police had been around at the door a couple of times. And I'm thinking, oh, shivers. What have I done? The police. And then they came back about, I don't know, I think it was like 6 o'clock, something like that. 2 police ladies to tell me that my daughter had been found dead in the hotel room in Adelaide. And I always think of her. Even now I think of her. Even that day I was thinking of her. When I was shopping, seeing things that I think she might like. I always sort of think of her. Anyhow, I've decided that, well, actually autumn is my favourite season. And I'm going to overwrite that. I'm not going to feel miserable because of what happened to her in autumn. I'm going to overwrite that. So I declare that autumn is my favourite season here in South Australia where I live. Lulu, you're not getting any. You've already had your breakfast. Now I will put some salt on his eggs. Now Lulu thinks she's getting some more breakfast. She's had her breakfast. She had some I think it was beef shreds. It's only on one hole. Jeremy a knife and fork. But these things take a long time to get over, I'm sure anybody knows that. And even if you think you have, and something can happen, you could be in your own little world, just, and somebody, you might bump into somebody and they might say, oh, I was Jennifer's friend, and that's it, you lose it, Kitten, you're not getting anything else. You still got food. Kitten got food. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. There you are, Jeremy. Now, finally, a cup of tea for me. Finally. Because, I need my cup of tea every morning. I'm well stocked up on tea. 1, 2, and I've got one there. And my canister is full. Oh, look, they're being friends. But trust me, well, Lulu would love to be friends with Kitten, but Kitten has an evil streak. And Lulu is terrified of Kitten. The only time Lulu will stick up for herself is if anybody goes near her food bowl, when she's got food in it and she's eating. Because Kitten is evil. Sweet as Kitten is and as cute as Kitten is, if Kitten's under the bed or on the bed and Lulu needs to walk by to get to her bed, Kitten's paw will come out and whack and whack Lulu. So Lulu is petrified of Kitten, because Kitten can't be trusted. Kitten's got an evil streak, hasn't she, Lulu? And Kitten was a feral cat that I rescued. Now, when Kitten was tiny, she was a tiny kitten, I rescued it, you know, it was really tiny, and I saw it across the street and I went and rescued it. And I had to keep it, it was wild, because all of the other cats were getting caught in traps. Now, one time, I could hear this meowing coming from in the ceiling. But now, for some strange reason, I didn't realise, there's like this holy thing in this house. Now, I've stuffed paper in there now, but there's a hole under here that goes right up to the roof. It's kind of like a chimney. And Kitten must have got in there and climbed up there. Right under there. I've stuffed paper in there. And I could hear this meowing, and I'm looking around the house. Well, where's the cat? And it was coming from the ceiling. And Kitten had gone in the roof. I had to open that tiny, terrifying manhole to get Kitten out. Well, Lulu, the lounge room's not getting opened. I'm having a cup of tea and going back to sit in bed with my cup of tea at it's 9:45 a.m. on a Sunday morning, and I shan't be going to no church or anything, because I don't go to no churches anymore. Or maybe occasionally I might go up the street to one of the traditional churches, you know, Christmas time, or if I feel like it, or but I can watch them all on YouTube. So I'll put them on YouTube now.